Restaurant. As we have discussed in the previous live class, today we are going to start a discuss about the unemployment. Unemployment Unemployment is very commonly found in the developing nation or third world or the poor country like India. Now, what is unemployment means? Uh, I hope that this concept you have studied in class 10th as well as that is quite familiar. Now, unemployment problem is one of the most serious problem in facing, which is normally found in each and every country of the world, irrespective of its development. Now, according to NSSO, what is the unemployment? Unemployment is a situation in which all all those who owing to lack of work are not working but either seek job through the employment exchanges, intermediaries, friends or relatives, or by making application to prospective employers, or express their willingness or available for work under the prevailing condition of work and remuneration. This is the definition given by NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. In short, in a simple nutshell, what we can say about the unemployment, it is a economic situation in which the worker who are able to work and willing to work are not getting the job. This condition is called the unemployment in short. There are, if we talk about the varieties, there are various types of unemployment is there. If we see, unemployment is temporary even in India. In India, people cannot remain completely unemployed for a very long because of their disparate economic condition. Yeah, different economic condition. They cannot be unemployed for a long period. As a result, they are forced to accept unpleasant, dangerous jobs in unclean or unhealthy surroundings. Now, how we can found the unemployment data? Let us discuss these. There are three types of sources. Number first, reports of census of India. After as in class 11th you have studied, uh, after every 10 years period, the uh, census of India census of India publishes the data regarding different socio-economic and demographic issues. So these report, just like for example previous census was taken in 2011, and coming census will be in 2021, and coming then in 2031, 41, 51, and so on. NSSO. NSSO also collect the data through the sample surveys and giving the annual estimate of unemployment and employment and unemployment. And DGET, the full form is Directorate General of Employment and Training. It is provides the employment market information scheme over last 30 years of the data provided by this organization. This uh, employment market information, in short we call it EMI, that is employment market information. EMI provides information about the structure of employment, occupational composition, and educational profiles of the India. All three sources of data give the different estimate of the unemployment. However, they provide us that the attitude of the unemployed and the variety of unemployment prevailing in our country. Now, if we talk about the types of unemployment which is commonly found in India, you will find disguised unemployment, and the second one you will find in the seasonal, and third one is open unemployment. Now, first one is disguised unemployment. It is also called underemployment, also named as the three names are common for it. Disguised means hidden unemployment, and some economists say this as underemployment as well. Now, what you have studied this disguised unemployment in class 10th as well as. Let me recall you. Disguised unemployment refers to a condition in which more people are engaged in work than the really required. If for the, with the help of an example, if I can explain to what is the disguised unemployment. If 10 people are needed for a sector, but there are 50 are working, if we remove the 40% which are extra, then also the production will not suffer. This is called disguised, hidden, or underemployment. Why called the disguised? At a glance, if we see, we found that all the 50 are employed, but their real condition is that they are the burden on the sector, or we can say in an economic sense, their contribution to the GDP is zero. Or we can say in a simple language, in a common language, if we remove these uh, persons from these sectors, then also there is a no effect in the production, or no production will be hampered. Example I have given you, it is the most found in employment in agriculture sector. Developing countries like India, it is not a problem of India, it is the problem of mostly found in the developing nations or the poor country. In the late 1950, about one third of agriculture worker, means 33% of the agriculture worker in India were disguisedly. We can say out of 100, 33% were burden on the agriculture in the year 1950s. The main problem of disguised unemployment is that it seems to be employed. I have told you earlier, at a glance you can't say them as a employed because they are engaged in the same sector, but they are extra. Let me clear you by quoting another example. If you have one economics teacher in your school, but the school have if the school have hired three economics teacher, it means two are burden. Means actually required is one, but but the salary is provided by three. Now the contribution of the two of any two of the is extra one, which is bearing by the, but their contribution is zero. One economics teacher is sufficient for handling the subject of economics. So generally this problem is not found in the agriculture sector. This is the foolish question. Instead of a teacher, an institution will not hire the three economics teacher instead of one. That I have told you. In the tertiary sector you cannot employ more than the required one. This is only can be done in the agriculture sector. Second type of unemployment that is commonly in India, that is called seasonal unemployment. Now seasonal unemployment, as the name suggests, they found the job in a some season and remains the jobless without in another season. This is also mostly common found in the agriculture sector, because agriculture sector in some time they are full of the job and sometime they are now open unemployment. It is a such type of unemployment where they are able to work, willing to work, but they are uh, not willing, they are able to work but they are not willing to work according to the wage condition, because it is called the open employment, because such unemployment can be seen and counted in terms of number of employed people. Now open employment is different from disguised employment. In case of open employment, workers are totally idle, they are jobless, but in the disguised unemployment, peoples are not idle, they are engaged. In case of disguised unemployment, workers appear to be working and do not seem to the idling work away. They seems that they are working but their contribution is zero in the GDP. Now in the next class we will discuss about the causes of the unemployment and how we can remove the problem of unemployment, and then last, what are the government policies and for employment generation, that we will talk in the next class. For this class, thank you. This is all from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.